Good morning and welcome back inside the Loft Orchard. Today we are repotting this very mature poinsettia. A friend of mine had it and she's getting ready to move out of state, and she asked me if I'd like to take it. Now, she's kept this poinsettia alive for a couple Christmases, but he's starting to do some interesting stuff. So once Zuki moves out of her way. So I've noticed something really interesting about Vincenzo, this poinsettia, that I hadn't noticed about the rest of the plants we had been working with. Zuki, move your butt. So anyways, I had noticed the soil's not drying, and that's really interesting to me because, like, why would the soil not dry? So I got it here and it was pretty moist, and then I asked my husband a couple like a week later, I said, have you been watering the poinsettia? And he said no. And I thought, well, that's really weird because I hadn't been watering the poinsettia. Now, I'm not going to take much of the old soil because I think that's part of the problem. So I just basically want to take the roots, and this is all just a guess at this point, but I'm thinking the soil is older, a couple years old from the store. So I'm thinking it's lost its nutrients, and I want to put some fresh in there and see how that does for him, because he's not drying out. He's pretty spongy, actually. When you feel his roots, he feels pretty much like a sponge. So I'm just breaking his roots up a little bit because he has been really confined to the smaller pot, and then we'll fill him up the rest of the way. So I'll move you over here so you can continue to see the progress. Hey Nova, would you hand me the potting soil? Yeah. So we're going to see what this does and see if it helps him out. And my goal is to observe what happens once we change the soil, but maybe to prepare him for a very beautiful Christmas season. So around here at the Discovery Loft, we love Christmas. Love it. Thank you, Nova, for reiterating. We just love it. We love, it's a big chunk. We love the lights. We love the music. We start early too, don't we, know?
Yeah, very early.
We're actually currently working on a Christmas special. It is a story, a children's story about a very, very unexpected Christmas storm. And just how unexpected things go when you're not paying attention really to the things that are right in front of you. So it's a very interesting story. The kids and I are nearing the end of our raw signal phase. The raw signal phase of all of our projects is where we just imagine what could be. It is a it is a concept that we've been developing here at the Loft. It's part of our educational standards. And it's not really about creating a different reality, but imagining what could be if we didn't assume we had all the information right away. What could make something true? What could make something possible? What could make something make that be true? So it's a way to study narratives. It's a way to study communication. It's a way to investigate how we think about our own thoughts and how we communicate them to each other. Thank you, Zuki. So in general, we love Christmas. Our Christmas story was supposed to be ready last year, but honestly it got way out of hand, which is totally Loft style, and got way too big, so we had to move it to this year. So this year we are doing Christmas in July, so it's perfect for this poinsettia, Vincenzo, to come here and see if we can get him reestablished and ready for Christmas. And then after we're done potting him, we're gonna go get in the loft and we're gonna start working. Today we're finishing our Christmas story, aren't we, guys? Yep, they're saying yep. They're getting a little tired. It's very hard to continue working on the same project for over a year. You can tell it gets laborious for the kids, but they do a really good job sticking with it and following the thread. And when I say following the thread, I mean continuing to move something and to investigate what might be at the other side of it without losing track of it. Does that mean we do it every day? No, absolutely not. But it's something we consistently do to bring these projects forward. And we're almost done with phase 1, which is a really good phase to be in, because once we put it through the creative process at the Loft, it gets a lot simpler. And by simpler, I just mean clearer, because we've already created a frame to work with. And once you've got something to work with, building starts gaining momentum. And before you know it, you have a freshly new potted plant, a story on its way, and a loft ready for Christmas. So thanks for joining us here inside the Loft Orchard. We're hoping to bring Vincenzo back to life. We're going to head here to the Loft Studio and start creating more Christmas magic in July. We'll see you there.